Big up, everybody. Sorry for being a little bit late. My apologies. My sincere apologies. I was having, sorry, some technical difficulties, but big up to each and every one of you who are here on this Thursday um, evening. Hope that everybody is doing well. Remember to, of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, as that will definitely help with the algorithm to push the video out there for more people to see. So, yeah, today we're going to be doing like an impromptu type of start, sub, sell uh, show where we're going to be literally, as the title states, we're going to be, doing Manchester United edition. We're going to be talking about each and every player, okay? Because it needs to be talked about, it needs to be said. We need to have an honest conversation about the man them because, hey, there are certain guys that probably gotta go that maybe some of y'all wouldn't be comfortable with, but hey, what are you gonna do? Go big or go home? And people, I'm already home, so I'm not going home, obviously, because I am already home. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. So do feel free to, chime in with your thoughts in the live chat. And if you're watching this video after it's gone live, watching it on the replay, you can, of course, also chime in then and give your thoughts. But yeah, big up. Football Power Hour was here early and said, wait, what the hell is this? Oh, my apologies. Oh, yeah, here is the chat. Yeah, I forgot. We need to fix this for a second. There we go. There we go. It is a little bit of a chat here. But yeah, big up people. Big up, big up. Yes, this is going to be interesting. And this is not just, maybe some Man United fans will agree, maybe non-Man U fans will disagree. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting nonetheless. So yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's see here. Football Power Hour says sell them, sell all of them. Should we just sell all of them? Imagine that. Bobby K. Ba, ba, ba. Didic says, what's happening, Sofia? Fam, I'm sorry. You probably alluded to me being quite late for today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It happens sometimes. I'm still, I had problem with, you know, putting my camera into play and whatnot. But here we are. We'll see how long we'll be here for, but we're literally going to be discussing each and every player of this squad. Okay? So starting will obviously be equivalent to, who gonna be in the first 11, right? Who gonna be on the first call of the team sheets and whatnot. Sub, you thinking you gonna be a squad player at best, yada yada yada. And then sell, it's like, yo, I think my hands are tied. Let's move on. So yeah, dive in and chime in. Tolumba says, hello, Sophia. Hello. Stephen Strange says, evening. Donny is a good guy, but you have to come to terms with something if it fails. So sell. Big up. That's a good point. And this comes, Stephen Strange knows. Shambolic says, sup. Big up, bro. Hope you're doing good. Tolumba says, honestly, Fred shouldn't even be at Man United. In my opinion, he's a decent player, but not Man United level and definitely not on his current wages. I get that. Shambolic says, sell Fred. Whoo! Guys, I'm gonna we're gonna start off with the goalkeepers and whatnot, and then we're gonna move forward. And we'll see how long this will take us. But yeah, Tualumba says Tony just needs some good coaching and confidence. But is will his former, you know, manager Eric Ten Hag, is he willing to do that? Let's see. But yeah, regardless, do chime in and let's. There we go. Hey, there we go. So we're just gonna jump in. We're gonna jump straight into this. This is gonna be quite the interesting video. But yeah, I want us to focus on the goalkeeper. So they're gonna be interesting. But we're gonna focus on le goalkeepers. And guys, do indeed like the video. What is the like goal for today going to be? We're gonna say 20 likes. Why not? Why not? Yasin says, big up Sophia Lipple fan here from Toronto, Canada. Hey, big up. I mean, I've been to Canada several times in my days, as I do have family in Canada. More specific London, Ontario, a few hours away from Toronto. So big up to you. Welcome. Even though you're a Liverpool fan, it's fine. Everybody's welcome here on the channel. So big up to you. But yeah, we'll just dive into the goalkeepers here. And the light goal for today will be, yes, it will be 20 legs. Let's just dive in. We ain't got time. We gotta move. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta start. Okay. That what they have for me. We gonna keep. We gonna start. This guy is no. We gonna start him. Yeah. The hair for me needs to be started. He has to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you have to have the hair start. Like, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Oh, sorry, oopsie. Like, why wouldn't you have that? That wouldn't make any sense for why we wouldn't have the hair start. So for me, the hair is starting. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I do think at some point we probably, maybe, potentially need to have a conversation of moving the hair more so. Not moving the hair. No. What am I saying? No, I love this guy. I'm saying more so, potentially getting a second goalkeeper in. Maybe, maybe. I do think that definitely will have to be a talking point, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that wouldn't be the case, because I do think it would be quite, what should I say, important to get Ten Hag to have the players that he sees fit, you know? And if he feels like that player, that De Gea won't necessarily be able to do what he wants him to do, then hey, what are you gonna do? You obviously do need to kind of level up. But for me, I still do think that having a player as De Gea, in my opinion, is important. And I don't want to dwell too much or use too much time when it comes to necessarily the De Gea conversation, because for me, like, it's a no-brainer. He's still gonna start, which is for me equivalent to him keeping him. The other ones also Tom Heaton. I think Tom Heaton's more so, like, oh, he's here for vibes. He cool or whatever. Like, he's doing his thing. Like, you know, how many even appearances has he had for, Man United since he came back? I don't know, not many, but he just looks to be like a maybe a good person to have in the squad, but at some point you probably need to sell. Dean Henderson for me, gotta go. I do think Dean Henderson needs to go at some point. I'm just keeping it 100 here. Dino, gotta go. Oh, and this is me just speaking my truth, because Dino gotta go. I'm being real. Dean gotta go. He gotta go. Sorry, people. He gotta go. I'm still, I'm not here with the whole Kiki Kaka, interview that he did while he was still at loan. Remember, Dean Henderson is at loan at, Nottingham Forest. He's been doing well and whatnot. You could say, he definitely good, like, sweeper goalkeeper. There's definitely some attributes that he definitely has more so up his aim compared to De Gea. But for me, De Gea, I need a goalkeeper to do shot stopping to be good at that. I'm sorry. Come on now. What is a goalkeeper? Some people be like, yeah, but is the goalkeeper, like, is that all he can do? Excuse me? Hello? Should we not be able to have a goalkeeper be incredible with saving shots? And that's what De Gea is. Yes, he can have some. I was about to say dickhead moments. No. He might, shit has be moments. There could be a mishap here and there. But hey, we move on. At the end of the day, I still do think it is, in my opinion, important to have a player such as De Gea's caliber here. But yeah, and Dean Henderson gotta go. Tom Heaton could maybe potentially be here, but yeah, Jack Butland, I still haven't seen anything, so he probably will just, it's a loan, so hey. But that's basically the goalkeepers. I'm not. We're not gonna. But honest though, y'all know my thoughts. I do want to hear you guys. Are y'all thinking, hey, De Gea should potentially be sold now, or is maybe the goalkeeper conversation not really, or the position of a goalkeeper right now, like that's not the vocal point. That shouldn't be a prioritized matter right now. For me, it's not. I do think there's other positions in this team, in this squad, that needs to be assessed, that needs to be looked at before we maybe dive into, the goalkeeper position. Because I get it. Yes, for this modern system, playing out from the back in terms of what Ten Hag wants, maybe the hair just won't be it. But at the same point, we have to be honest that having maybe a second goalkeeper, you know, a up and coming young good goalkeeper that can play under De Gea, challenge him a little bit and whatnot. But at some point, once the years comes and whatnot, then you can kind of be like, you know what, thank you for your service, and then you have the new goal because the goalkeepers, they can be going on for mad and mad along years and whatnot. De Gea is about to be 32. Like that ain't old when it comes to goalkeeper. Like remember, have we forgotten about our guy? You know, Edwin van der Sar, one of my favorite players, by the way. And I do feel like a lot of people don't really sometimes kind of be appreciative of a goalkeeper's job. I am though. So hey, but yeah, that's that. Let me read some of y'all comments as well. And once again, people do remember to also, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we're gonna be doing more videos like this for sure in the future. Because it's actually quite fun though. So yeah. But do get the likes up. The like goal for today is 20, and we have 11 so far. So hey. Let's see some of the comments here. Do, 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 do. Give me 1 second here. Um, there we go. Yasin says, yeah, there's millions of Somali in Canada. Hey, let go. Shabal says, keep Henderson. Really? Keep? Hell no. He can go. Sorry. Toluma says, in the goalkeeping department, I think we need someone like Costa Guy and Sanchez or Brighton. De Gea won't be here in 4 years. De Gea is, at some point, we're negotiating his contract. He's open to going down in wages. So, hey, we can still keep him for another 2, 3 years. And at some point, having, a younger goalkeeper be like an apprentice under him. But I felt like for me, Costa was kind of a little bit like, Diego Costa, seen a little bit of him, Porto, Champions League, yada, 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 before the World Cup. At the beginning of the World Cup for Portugal, did look a little bit good, but when Portugal came kind of further along in the competition, I did feel like he wasn't really, I don't know. I wasn't super impressed, but I do like Sanchez though from Brighton. I do like him. So I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with maybe having him potentially play under him. But it's like we're kind of acting like there's so many of that profile that is good with their feet and whatnot as a goalkeeper. I don't think there's that many, to be completely honest. There isn't, you know. So for me, I get at some point we need to maybe move on, but as of right now, because I'm also, when we're doing this video, the start sub sell video, we're focusing on, okay, who can we still rely on? Who can we still kind of, bet a little bit on to and whatnot, and still kind of have in the squad and whatnot, even for next season. So that's kind of what I'm taking into account. So I'm trying to focus. This is what I feel right now as we are, um, basically halfway through the season and moving on to getting into not that long until next season starts. You know what I'm saying? Like we're summer window, whatnot, new owners. So yeah, I don't even know if that makes sense, but yeah. Do-do-do. Toto says, "Hey Sophie, hello chat, Mr. Late in the house, fam. You never. It's fine. Big up. I mean, big up to you, Toto. I hope you're doing well. Like you're not really late. I was late for my own stream, but hey, stuff happens. Uh, Tolumba says on Saturday we start Heaton and bench Butland. Let David have a rest. It's Charlton lads. It's Reading actually. But I agree. Yeah, I do think we need to do actually. When I say start, stop, sell, this is basically not in terms of that particular game. I'm thinking just this season. Okay, starting is who's going to be who is basically going to be the key players that we're thinking. Yes, we bank on them. We want them to start as many games as possible. Who are we going to be subbing, having as a squad player, and who do we think y'all ain't good to even be on the bench? Move over. Let's move on. It's been too long. You know what I'm saying? Shambolic said I saw Griezmann linked to United. Stop with that. Really? Again? Okay. Toto says, I think Dino has one Bisaka settings. What if Eric calls him back and he improves? Just food for thought. That is a good point. I mean, what this is just what I am thinking. This is my opinion. And whatever Ten Hag does, I'm gonna go along with it. Come on now. If he ends up having, he wants to recall, you know, Dean Henderson next season, want to, have him as the second goalkeeper, then I ain't gonna argue with that. Personally, I want to move on from Dean Henderson. I just, no, I think he's too full of himself. But hey, Todd also says De Gea deserves another Premier League title with us before he leaves. Definitely keep him. I agree. Shabali says Stel Heaton. Yep. Leon says saw Ten Hag in Primark today. Humble manager. Did you? Oh my God, that's so cool. I would love to meet Ten Hag one day, hopefully. Big up, guys. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Thomas says, imagine if we get in Martinez all my days. Before I wanted him, but now I'm like, nah, he annoys me. Shimbali says, sell Maguire. I mean, we gonna talk about it. Let's move on to the defenders. Cause wow. That's yeah. That's definitely a couple of defenders that we need to we gotta talk about. Cause yeah, just yeah. Let me maybe do something. Wait, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this a little bit like that. And then we probably need to zoom it out a little bit like that. Who the hell is? There's a lot of youngsters here. Lord have mercy. Yeah, we'll just start off with these though. Okay. Defenders. Defenders. As y'all can see here. Okay. So, oopsie. So the defenders. People were saying here already sell Maguire. I mean, that I don't even disagree with y'all. Y'all think I'm gonna be disagreeing with y'all? Hell no. I'm not gonna disagree with y'all. Y'all wanna sell the hair? I mean the hair. I mean Maguire, let go. Right now, Victor Lindelöf, I would kind of would I sell Victor Lindelöf? I almost the thing is, Victor Lindelöf did start, the yesterday's game. But I almost feel like that was probably only because Maguire was suspended for yesterday's game. Like he's kind of like the, you know, basically number three. No, 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 not even number three. Number four when it comes to the like if we include Luke Shaw in this center back of the center backs that we do have, then technically you can kind of say that okay, so we know that Varane and like uh, Martinez, like those are our go-to, right? We already know that, so we moving on. We're not gonna start, not squad start. Bailly, I believe he will be going regardless because he's on loan at Marseille, and I think that is a buy option and whatnot. If they get the Champions League, whatever, he said goodbye. We move on. Even though the guy has like what I believe several like 7-day match ban and whatnot after a tackle he made. Oof, bless his heart. But yeah, move on. The fact that Phil Jones is still here, bless his heart. I mean, obviously the guy has been struggling, but we got to move on. So we're not going to pay too much attention necessarily to that. I feel. I don't think we should, in my opinion. And then with Maguire, we got to sell. I've heard, we've heard reports that Maguire is basically up for sale. This or would probably be going this summer alongside some other players as well. So Maguire would be going. When it comes to Victor Lindelöf, I'm kind of like, I almost feel like I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to potentially keeping him on the bench just because, I do think that he's better than Maguire, but I'm also trying to figure out in terms of him not getting that many minutes so far this season kind of proves that he probably might also go. But we haven't really heard any reports though of Lindelöf potentially going. Maybe that might start to happen once the season this season is about to end potentially. Although I don't think that will be the case. But you never actually know at the end of the day. So, but yeah, Tato is saying entire top row sell. But then again, we probably will be or we should be going for you know new center back or center backs, I should say. So maybe we should, Victor Lindelof has also been there for many years, under Mourinho, if I remember correctly. So yeah, maybe I might agree with Tato here. Maybe the entire top row should just be like, yo, deuces, thank you for your service, but we move on. Maybe that should be the case. Maybe we should be moving on like that. When it comes to the bottom here, or not the bottom, but second row, keeping all of them. So Lisandro Martinez, Malacia, oh, lots of potential there. I mean, Rafael Varane, Rolls Royce, Lisandro Martinez, the Butcher. Come on now, Diogo Dallo has been incredibly improved on the Ten Hag, so we're definitely going to keep him. So yeah, the second row here, they starting all of them, I would say. But technically, Malacia will probably no, 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 no. Malacia will be the one on the bench because there's another one, in my opinion, that would be um, more so starting, and that is Luke Shaw. So Luke Shaw, for me, he will be starting. Even though initially I was thinking, nah, I think we need to move Luke Shaw probably away at some point because I've kind of been like, oh my God, am I still like I'm kind of like maybe a little bit tired of Luke Shaw and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking, hey, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to still keep him. He's been actually very good under Ten Hag, has improved incredibly. We've seen Roberto Carlos, we've seen Shodish, we've seen Shodenan. Like, keep him. But the consistency needs to still be there. But at the same time, like the guy's about to be 28 later this year, it wouldn't be a bad thing to keep him, to start him, and then you have Malacia on the bench. Challenge. When it comes to Alex Telles, gotta go. We gotta sell him. Cash in. Wan-Bissaka, I was thinking, damn. I have been saying I do think we need to probably cash in, and I do think we probably will cash in. I still think that we probably should be cashing in on Wan-Bissaka. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think we should. The thing is, yes, he's played very, very good, incredible. I backed him. I've been bigging him up after the World Cup and whatnot. He definitely, he was rewarded with um, basically getting playtime starting and whatnot under Ten Hag. Dallo obviously has been injured and whatnot, so that's he took the opportunity. But at the end of the day, I do think the way he's played well has kind of like upped his price for us to potentially be able to sell him. I know that he's been linked to other clubs. I think Palace might be wanting to get him back. Wolves definitely has been linked to him as well. So I do think that we probably should be cashing in on Aaron Wan-Bissaka if I'm going to be completely honest. So that's kind of my 2 cents. But so that we can get another right back and then start Dallo, maybe having another in terms of if we get like a right back that's maybe levels compared to Dallo, then you would probably start that person. But it's neither here and there. We'll have to obviously have that conversation when that comes. But at the end of the day, I do think that Wan-Bissaka needs to go. So yeah, Brandon Williams gotta go. Twansebi, I really wanted him. I was like squad player before, but it's been injuries and hasn't really gotten that much playtime under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But like there were moments I remember, the PSG game in the Champions League years back. Oh my God. He literally had Mbappe and Neymar wrapped around his finger. Literally in the back pocket. Like he was incredible. But then after that we didn't really see him, I think. Then it was like was it the Besiktas game where everybody had like horrible defensive job I've ever seen where we let Dembaba just completely have enough room to just, hey, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna score. Woohoo! Yeah. Not that that was like necessarily Zibi's fault, but I'm just saying, like, after that game, I remember he never really played that much again. So I do think he should probably leave. Tendemengi, I believe, is on loan. Maybe have as a bench option potentially. Will he be able to, I don't know. Nah, maybe. Oh, Tom saying nah, Sophie. Wan-Bissaka is a gem. Really? I do think we can find better though. And like I said, I'm just saying, I just this is just my 2 cents. I like One Piece. I've rated him, and then he, had kind of a bad spell and whatnot, like last season, even the season before that, where we were just like, God, are we ever gonna be able to get anything out of Wan-Bissaka? I don't know. By the way, guys, do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But at the end of the day, I do think we need to move on. Datex says Maguire gotta go. Lindelöf is better. I believe that too. Yes, he says United need to get rid of McTominay, Fred, and Don in the summer. Tolumba says sell Eric Bailly, Twanzibi, Phil Jones, Brandon, and Maguire. Honestly, let's get Timber in summer. And Wasaka needs greener pastures. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Datex says Maguire gotta go. I already read that. Okay. Huh. And then, yes, he says, Sofia, keep McTominay as Casemiro backup. You're taking a piss. You are literally taking the piss. Get out of here. Alvaro Fernandez, a youngster here. Have we even seen him? Has he even gotten the first team start? I can't, you know, we'll see. I ain't gonna say sell yet, but we'll wait. Okay, midfielders, interesting. Let's move on to midfielders here. Because this one, not this one, is a juicy one. But yeah, midfielders. Hmm, midfielders indeed. Okay. So, okay. What are y'all thinking when it comes to midfielders? I mean, Bruno, for me, is starting. He's on Eriksen. He's on Eriksen. I almost want to say he's going to be on the bench, to be honest. So that potentially, if we can get like a player maybe such as Frankie de Jong or potentially another. I do want two midfielders in the summer, to be completely honest. So I'm thinking I need backup for Casemiro and I need backup for Eriksen because we don't really. Also, you kind of do need maybe somebody that can also kind of play that Bruno role as well. But I want to say, for me though, like I said, Bruno is starting. Oh, sorry. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Bruno is starting. And then Eriksen, bench. Amad Diallo, which Tato, I do agree, says call back Ahmad real quick. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ahmad, I believe, or not I believe, I have heard that he's been doing very well. Like, he's at loan for, Sunderland right now, which is a club managed by Carrick, if I remember correctly. And he's been doing hella good. He's been doing very well. So I do think that, and I knew like when we got Ahmed, I was like, yo, I see something in this kid. I just felt like he didn't really have that much play time. And also when we bought him at that time, it was the same season where we bought Van de Beek, Pelestri, and Cavani. I remember that same window. And whatnot. That was like the 2021 season, if I am not mistaken here. Regardless, I remember he only played like I think like 4 games for Atalanta. Like that was the club that where we bought him from. So obviously there has to I don't know why we that is mad weird. Like we bought a player that was just had just a few games for a team, a youngster as well. But there's something there. In the few moments I've seen him play for Man United, cup games and whatnot, I I like it. And he's hella, doing very well in the championship. Needs to obviously grow more in and, like, with the teenagers, they need to grow a little bit muscle, fat, and whatnot, and get bigger basically. So playing a championship, going on loan, getting first team football is incredibly important for the development. So for me, definitely going to recall, and we're going keeping Amadiel on the bench. Maybe he can potentially be something for the right hand side. I think so, and I hope so, for sure. When it comes to Fred, damn. I mean, I know that y'all see the thumbnail. I did say sub. Now I'm like, should we maybe at some point? The thing is, though, we know there's been reports that you know some some of the players' contracts is due to be expired this year, and I think Fred might get a year expansion potentially. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed for Fred to be here one more year. He is like, I would say like like an okay squad player. Wouldn't be certain games Fred does work. City game worked incredibly, keeping KDB, Kevin De Bruyne on the wraps. So it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to still have Fred, just for one more year. So I'm gonna say sub. He gonna be on the bench. Casemiro starting. Let's not even, Facundo Pelestri, I've heard that there might be, some loan here. He might go on a loan and whatnot. I do think there's something interesting with him. He was a little bit shaky in yesterday's game and whatnot, but there's something there. I do think that he needs to get playing time. That's what I think. That's definitely what I feel. Brother needs to get some playing time. So once that happens, hey, big up. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna have him on the bench. Donny van de Beek. Honest conversation about Donny van de Beek, people. What are we saying? What are we saying? I've been like, no, I see potential. I see it. I refuse to believe that, you know, there can't be a way for him to break through and whatnot. But right now, I'm just like, he's not even getting like, you know, proper playing time under his former manager. Obviously, there's a reason for that, And he has been injured. He's not been available. Key thing for a player, you gotta be available. If you ain't available, then what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I do think at some point, I do probably think that we need to move on from Donny, and I think this might be it. But we'll see. But I've read reports as well that Donny, United has declined. I don't know if it was necessarily loan moves, but maybe just offers in general. I think the thing is that, Ten Hag has definitely come out and said, like, hey, um, a loan for Donny wouldn't necessarily be beneficial for him at this point. Like, either you sell him or you keep him. It's not, it's literally nobody, no, nothing in between. It's either you keep him as a squad player and whatnot, or he gotta be moved on. For me, I'm thinking, I do think that we might need to cash in. We might need to be. I feel bad for the kid. He has wasted his career at Man United. Like, this kid was sought after, back in 2019. How Ajax was incredible in the Champions League run and whatnot. But I just he had several clubs ready to get him. Real Madrid, I believe, was in for him, Barcelona, and whatnot. Might have been Bayern as well, but and then he decided to come to us. I don't think my fellow Norwegian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted him. It doesn't look like it, but it just didn't look good. Give me 1 second. I need to take a sip. Guys, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Do indeed subscribe as well. Big up to those who tuned in. I did not know if there was going to be many people watching here, but hey, hey, there we go. Yeah. So Donny, I think we need to cash in. Scott McTominay, cash in. Yeah, okay. He had a couple of good games at the beginning of the season. Okay, aight, great. but we got to cash in. I know that I believe Newcastle is trying to be, in for him. They want to buy him. There's other clubs. There's other Premier League clubs that probably would be, not probably, they would be interested in getting Scott McTominay. There's something there. I just don't think there's anything here for us. So I want to move on. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of the comments here. Let's see. Um, Yes, he says Oxford Chamberlain and Naby Keita are leaving at the end of the season. United should bid for one of them, Sofia. Hell nah. Tolumba says they are mostly young. Zidane, Ahmad, Pelestri, and Maino. They just need time and development. In the meantime, we can get a developed attacking midfielder. Big up. Min says, good evening, guys. And keep smashing the likes. Thank you. Mills says, also subscribe if you haven't to Sophia's Football Talk. Bah, bah, bah. Tana says, we need to sell Donny, Fred, and Scotty. Basically, get new backups for CDM, CM, and central attacking midfielder. Yes, all of the above. I agree with you, fam. I agree. We need backup on backups. Okay, that's what we need. So, yeah. Kingsley says, Fred and Dallo, 1 year extension has been triggered. Yep. That's why I'm saying, like, okay, yeah, okay, thank you, Kingsley. Big up to you for giving us that information. Yeah. That that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm thinking, hey, 1 year, keep it for 1 year, and then you can move on. That's it. Yasin says, why United get rid of Bailly? He was beast under Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Technically, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he didn't really play that much. And also, the amount of injuries he's had is quite alarming. So we got to move on. Although I do rate Bailly, I rate him. I love him. When the guy is fit, he good. He a beast for sure. But hey, what are you gonna do? Casey says Seldoni not even good enough for the bench. Ah, that's a good point. Millie says Sofia is my only favorite United fan. Aww, thank you. Izzy says I'm looking forward to tomorrow game. Go beat City and win the league. Don't bring the juice here. Come on now. Millie says Van der Beek go. Oh my god. And then says Fred stay and Stella Maguire. Yes, he says I can't stand City winning the league every year. Come on Arsenal. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm throwing up on all of it, but hey. As he says, Sophia, give us Maguire and you can have Joe Gomez. I'll take. You are taking a piss. There's no way. Because you don't have to tell me twice. I will take Joe Gomez way over Maguire. Are you mad? Come on now. And then when it comes to the other youngsters, I mean, I don't want to say too much. I mean, Kobe Mano obviously, needs more. He has gotten a first team start and whatnot, but I want to say develop. Hannibal, he's been on loan at, I believe, Birmingham, and I do believe he's been doing his thing, so we're going to keep him. Or obviously, develop. Squad player, Zidane Iqbal. Really wish we could have seen more of him this season. Maybe he might come in at the latter stage of the season. We'll see. You never know. But it would be kind of nice, though. We'll see. And when it comes to the forwards, obviously we have, we're not going to be talking about this guy right here. So, you know, obviously I know that some people are going to be like, yeah, but yada, yada, yada. How about no? And we move on. So for me, Anthony Martial, uncomfortable conversations, but Anthony Martial gotta be sold in my opinion. We gotta move on. The injuries, I really thought like when he had a good preseason and whatnot, but then he got injured, yada yada yada. He came in a few games off the bench and whatnot, but it is quite concerning that Martial has not played you know, a full 90 minute this season. It is quite concerning and alarming. So for me, I do think we gotta move on. I do think so. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. You gotta move on. I do think we gotta move on. Like I cannot be bothered at this point. Like we gotta go. We gotta go. So yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Generally, what I feel with Anthony Martial. He's been, bro. There is him and Luke Shaw has been there for mad years. By the way, if y'all like Anthony, I believe Anthony Martial and Luke Shaw, those two came under Van Gaal, so they've been here for mad years, okay? Mad years, right? So Anthony Martial and Luke Shaw, both of them are, my age. I mean, I'm about to be 28 in like 2 weeks. They're gonna be 28 this year as well. So we grown people over here. I'm sorry, we ain't got no more time. You're joking. Come on now. Mm-mm-mm-mm. We need to move on. I do think we need to cash in. There's definitely some. I've kind of felt like I wanted it to work with Martial. There's been. It's not like we can say that there's never been good moments with Martial. Yes, he has had a good season here and there, but the consistency hasn't been there for throughout. You know, we gotta go. We gotta move on. That's what I feel. Yassine says, imagine Van Dijk and Maguire duo. We could easily win the league and Champions League. Oh my God. Taking a piss. Tom says, a short tire plays like me, fam. Keep for that reason alone. My God. Yassine says, Martial is the laziest player I've ever seen in a United shirt. The guy has been at the club 8 years and never showed up in the matchday squad. Okay, first and foremost, I don't like the narrative of calling him lazy. I don't think that's fair. Martial is not lazy. I just want to say, I'm saying that he's never showed up in the matches squad. I don't, yeah. I want to say, like I said, I do think we got to move on. We got to move forward from Martial at some point. But saying he's lazy, I'm not here for that. I refuse to hop into that narrative because he's not lazy. Not in my opinion, at least. He ain't lazy. I feel bad for him. Obviously, this season has been horrible when it comes to injuries. Like, you know, I don't know even when he's coming back. Like it's been hella bad. So we had to get like, a lone goalkeeper because it ain't been good. So I for me I was saying, okay, I'm gonna give him this season and that's that. But we gotta move on. By the way, guys, we got 17 likes and 18 people watching right now. Let's get the likes up. The like goal for today is 20 likes. Maybe we can push it to 25. So if there's any one of you who haven't liked yet, it literally takes a second to just click on the like button, make it lit up so that this stream can be pushed out for more people to see. But yeah, like I said, Martial, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. I can't. I do think there's something there, but he gotta go to another club. And also, it's just more so, some players just are. It's just unfortunate, We've been, our team. We've had so many different managers and whatnot. It just hasn't worked out. And you got to take the L. You got to take the L. I just think that we need to go for other strikers. Because imagine if we didn't get Weghorst. Imagine if Rashford wouldn't be on this form or just incredible as he is right now. We will be effed. We will be effed. Literally. Let's see here. Brother says Van Dyke a S Dyke? Lord. Then Keita lazy jog on. Oh my god. Let's not. Come on now. I like using the term lazy. There's a yeah, and also maybe we shouldn't. But there's sometimes there's a narrative of calling certain players lazy compared to other players. Wink if you know what I mean. I don't like it. Roger says Anthony Martial keep really yeah okay. I don't think so. The thing is, I know that the manager rates him. So the manager probably will be keeping him and having him maybe as a squad player. It wouldn't necessarily be horrible if he's maybe can only handle being, coming off from the bench and whatnot. Whatever Ten Hag wants, he does. You do you. This is just what once again, I'm just saying I'm also keeping or taking into account what I am saying, but also kind of thinking what the manager's saying. I do think we need to move on, but he might actually stay. And if he does, hey, if you come up from the bench, you become a super sub. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna hold my hands up and be like, yo, incredible, great. But I do think we need to move on. Tyler says otherwise keep all forwards except Martial and the other guy. Yep, yep. He who shall not be named, aka Voldemort. Mm. Or says no need to personally hate anybody. I don't think he hates people, but I get what you're saying. Yes, it says Roger Keita is a club legend, bro. What you talking about? Club legend? Nah, yeah, see, you're taking a piss. Tato says get proper backup for Rashi and two good strikers. Yes, yes. By the way, is it only? Oh, there he is. I didn't see him for a second. Antony, the other Antony. Roger says by winning one EPL title, nice one, mate. Ooh, yes, he said Roger, you haven't won trophy for 6 years. Come on, broski, it's going down in this chat. But yeah, moving on from the other guy, Antony. Antony gonna be for me. It's probably gonna be more so like a squad player, like bench sub. I do think we need to challenge. I feel like we've kind of found like more so what we need for the left hand side, the wingers. But when it comes to the right hand side, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. So for me, um, Antony, there's the potential there. He is one of Ten Hag's men, so I probably do see that Ten Hag will probably get something out of him for sure at some point. I can see that 100%. I can see it. I do think so. I do think he can get something out of him. Only time will tell. But you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, sell him next season. No, 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 no. Come on now. There's if we're being giving Martial and Luke Shaw and whatnot and them men hella years, then I'm gonna be able to give Antony at least another season. Like what? Come on now. When it comes to Sancho, also the same assessment of Sancho we know has been struggling, with physicality, mental health, and whatnot. So there's definitely something that's being worked on. Um, Behind the scenes. And like Tato is saying, Sancho is going to challenge Antony. We're gonna rip it apart on the right hand side. That's also what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking I want Sancho and Antony to battle it out for the right hand side, and it will be good. I'm not gonna be one of those saying like, oh, but if we get that player or if that player starts over that player, nah. Am I player FC? Does this look like player FC? Yo, okay, I know I have like the shirt name here, Rashford and whatnot, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be like, oh, this player is not playing. Boo hoo. Excuse me if you're not playing, then hey, what are you doing for not being able to be picked to be starting? You ain't doing something right then. And first and foremost, and not everybody, nobody physically should be playing every single game week in and week out. We got cup games, we got league games. You gotta rotate. So I don't have a problem with seeing, like I said, Sancho and Antony battle it out on the battleground. Not throw hands. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying square up. I ain't saying that. All I'm saying is challenge each other. That's all. That's all. That's all for sure. So, um, it definitely will be interesting indeed. But I cannot wait to see Sancho come back. Ah, yeah, I definitely am excited to see him come back, and I do definitely think that he'll come back stronger. I have a good feeling. I do definitely think that he will, in my opinion. So we'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see, indeed. But yeah, what else? Donald said Woods is just here on loan. No need to go in on him. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, no. And I've already said like if the thing is Wood Vegas is on loan. So for me, I'm just kind of like, you know what? It's a win. It's extra legs. If he does a good job for us, great. Hey, if he doesn't, he'll go back to Burnley. It is what it is. Maybe we end up, I don't know. Doesn't matter. So for me, we're moving on with Vekors. He's here for the duration of the season. So that's that. But hopefully he can do a great job. But yeah. Anthony Alanga, what I believe Tato was saying is in the chat says, hate to say it, but Alanga, oh, you're saying sell Alanga. I mean, I would maybe, he could potentially go on loan. I know that I've heard reports like, Everton might be interested and whatnot, but I do think that Ten Hag was kind of like, nah, he doesn't want Elanga to be going to Everton just because it's a complete shit show right now, which is completely understandable. It's like, you know what? Sorry, we're not gonna go there. No, 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 we're not gonna send you over to that place. That's a proper shit show, so that ain't happening. But also, I do think Dortmund might have been interested and whatnot. So, I don't know if it will be maybe a loan. I do feel like under Ralph Ragnick, especially. there was something really interesting about Anthony Elanga, but like maybe we should be cashing in at some point. Like sometimes you gotta take the L and be like, you know what? Okay, some of the youngsters gotta move on. Maybe you can sell and have potentially a buyback clause if you need to do so in the maybe. But I do think maybe he should. Yasin says Elanga should go to Nottingham Forest. Hey, maybe. Yasin says Sofia, next time bring on Saeed TV to your channel, Somali reunion. Oh, I would love that. I would love. I mean, I've been, I think once or twice to like just like a fan call, like call-in show and whatnot. That was once that like last season while I was studying and taking a break from YouTube and whatnot. But I would love to do a collab with Saeed for sure. Hopefully that'd be dope. That would be dope. Shola Shortier, Shorta, I cannot say his name, but Shola. I know he's basically on loan right now. Very recently this for this um half of the season. He hasn't really gotten a kick and whatnot. He's been kind of like talked about as being an exciting young talent and whatnot, but he hasn't really gotten like a super, mm, within this team and whatnot. But I still do think that there could be something. So I wouldn't be opposed to keeping him, or basically when I say keep, I mean on the bench. Like let him still develop. Garnacho, hey, bench. He can challenge for me. Like it's more so like he can kind of you can inter you definitely keep him for sure. You gonna have him in the squad player. But eventually, I can see him becoming a starter at some point. But the guy is still hella young, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you gonna start, da 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 da. But I'm saying like at some point, the guy has hella good potential. I see it, I believe it, and I do think it's incredible. I think that was about it. Yeah, so that's basically that. That is indeed interesting. Yeah. Let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree with my assessment. I mean, this video was not going to be the super long. I mean, it's always already been an hour. But to those of you who are watching on the replay, do let me know in the comment section, not even the live chat, but in the comment section, who you would like to keep, I mean, start, sub, basically have on the bench, who you would basically sell and whatnot. Let me know. And those of you in the chat as well, Yasin says, I love Garnacho. The kid is very talented. Big up. Better than Harvey Elliott. Ooh, damn. I do think Harvey Elliott is good. I like it, Harvey Elliott. Garnacho, though. Mm, that is. But I do think they're different, though. I don't know. They got different playing styles. And, like, for me, Garnacho, he can become something for sure. But yeah, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing 2 streams tomorrow. So we're going to be doing a match preview for the FA Cup game, Man United versus Reading, which is obviously going to be on Saturday. But we'll do, I always like to do a match preview at least a day before the actual game. And then basically probably an hour after that at the evening we're going to be doing FA Cup watch along for Manchester City versus Arsenal. So that's going to be interesting. The first time they meet each other this season. I don't know how big or full on strength they're going to go and whatnot. But yeah, yes, he says, are you doing watch along? Yes, I am doing watch along for that game. Toluma says we will be here, Sofia. I appreciate it, guys. I love that I'm seeing the same people and some new people coming here and there, so I appreciate it. But yeah, we definitely have great streams planned for this weekend. We're working hard on this channel, so we're not giving up at all. But yeah, I appreciate your support. You guys are amazing. Yasin says my prediction for tomorrow is 2-1 Arsenal. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know yet, to be completely honest. I'll definitely give my prediction. You know, we'll go live basically 30 minutes before kickoff for that game, so I'll give my prediction then. But it's gonna be nice. So remember to, of course, like this video before you leave, and also do subscribe if you haven't already. That says good stream, Sophie. Before you leave, any movie recommendations? Your boy can't sleep. Oh, movie recommendations. White Chicks, controversial movie for this time of 2023. but it's a good movie. The White Chicks, Rush Hour movies, also controversial, but hella good movies. Um, it depends on what type of movies. For me, like if you like scary movies and stuff, that's not for me, so I can't really recommend that. But like, yeah, movies like that. Hey, Harry Potter movies, great. Marvel movies, yeah. Hope that's a good recommendation. But yeah, guys, I wish each and every one of you. Jason, Jason, Yasin says John Wick Chapter 4 is an amazing movie in 2023. Can't wait. Hey, cool, 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 cool. But yeah, big up everybody. I hope that each and every one of you guys have a lovely Thursday evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys back for the tomorrow's two streams. Big up. Your girl is out. Bye. Peace.